How y'all fellow producers doing, man? It's Fifth Element again, man. Now I'm going into part two of my top mixing plugins for beats, brought to you by your boy, the Fifth Element Productions. Now is into Waves plugins. Now you probably heard a lot as a producer, oh, get Waves plugins, they're the best out. And I have to say, I've been using these for years, and it never seemed to fail. It gets better and better, just like isotope plugins. They always get better, but they mostly been the same model. But who can get away from them? But if you asking me how to get Waves plugins, you can buy them, or you know my way, or you can bootleg them, or something like that. It's so many ways you can get them, but I prefer you buy them because I had times before where some of them don't work, some of them don't work as well as the other ones, or you get more when you buy it. So I prefer buying them. But these are the ones I use mostly in my beats and stuff like that that I got accustomed to throughout the years. And they had added, each time they come out with a different version, they add more to it. But let me get started because, like I said, time is money. So I'll get straight into, like I said in the previous video, I start off with the SSL boards. This SL board, many plugins copy from it. Just like I said before from the what's the plugin I said? The glue plugin I said from the last video. This is what it's emulated from. Now the difference between both of these, let me see. They really pretty much do the same thing. Really, they pretty much do the same thing. But I think the difference is I hate to say it, like you had to run it through some sounds. Like right now, I got too many plugins loaded at the same time. So you are really, it gives you a different sound based on the fact of what type of instruments you're using or what type of vocals you're using. But we ain't talking about vocals, we talking about the beat. So the SSL boards, they'll give you the filters, like I said before, your compression, you'll get your expanders, and I think, yeah, gate as well. Yeah, I know I wasn't tripping. Yeah, that was one of the other difference. Let me see, do they both have gates? Yeah, they both have gates on it. And you got your analog switch. This is very important. The analog switch give you more of a fuller sound and sound. Also, you have your filters at the bottom. You have all your EQs to your left, and then yeah, you have all your EQs to your left and stuff like that for both of them. So, SSL board is what all the professionals use, and analog or digital, you can't go wrong with that. Now, another thing I'm gonna move on to. That was one all in two plugins into one. Now I'm gonna get into the bass rider plugin. If you want really, sorry about that. If you really want a nice bass, especially for your 808s or live bass or your any type of bass, it will really get you a nice sounding bass. Trust me, it will. Just don't put a lot of, I really say start off with the presets and manipulate it to where you want it because it will have your beat to start in a hot quick second. So take your time with this plugin, but it's really good for your subs, and trust me, for your subs, it will really take your bass and ride it on the frequency or wave, whatever you want to say it goes by, and it will really make it compress. It's like a big compression all into one. So if you really want your 808s or your subs or your live bass sounding right, I really would say get you this bass rider live stereo, or it comes with mono too. Now we going into no, that ain't it. I don't know why it's doing that. Now it's the API section. Now they have more than one section. If I could load it up of the APIs, I'm not gonna load all of them up, but these are all the waves I have. If you're not mistaken, and a lot of these I didn't even get to because there's so much stuff that you can use with this. But it's the API. It mostly stuff from like compression all the way up to EQ, different type of EQs. But I'm just showing you this one is mostly simple, especially if you want to get your it's like a graphic EQ, not a parametric where you can actually see it, but it's a graphic EQ. And this EQ is really, I like to use it basically on my buses right here. So that's why I decided to choose this one better than the other 3 or 4 EQs that I was showing you before. I think, how many EQs they got? No, just got 2 and got 1 compressor. So try the API plugins out on the waves. Now I'm about to go into the CDLs. The CDLs, some people might have it as it's been emulated too buku times. What T-Rex got, T-Rex 76, I think I'm not mistaken. But it's the same. It's some T-Rex have. It's the same exact plugin, but it's basically, how should I explain it? It's mostly, it gets you a fat sounding compressor. It's a fat sounding compressor, but you have to be careful. You gotta know how to use it. And like I said before you even use any compression, learn how to use compression, because it will thin the fuck out your sound. You think it sound loud, but when you put sounds on top of sounds, it thins the fuck out of it. Sorry for cussing, but I'm being honest. So most learn how to use this plugin right here, the CDL. But if you really know how to use it, it really would fatten up your sounds, especially when you use this on vocals into your beats, or just using this on vocals period. It will really get you a fat sound. I think I'm missing this CDL. Yeah, I knew I was missing one. The CDL unplugged. It's like a big reverb and delay, bass, treble, all into one. Now this plugin would take up some space on your CPU, so have some CPU to use this. But this will really, like, it's basically made for anything you will need. From, you got your bass for sub, upper, you got what type of treble you want for it. You got what type of compression. It's like an easy mix before the easy mix. Reverb, then you got reverb 2, then you got the delay, then you got your input and output to make it analog. It's really a great plugin. I think they came out with this 7 or 8 or before that, but I really got accustomed to it, really probably the last one on 8. So that's it for the CPUs and stuff like that. But if you really wanna, I say the best time to use this is really, I say your guitars, your strings, or your pianos. I have to give you a good hint. That'd be the 3 things you use this for, really, because it'll get you a nice fat sound. Especially when I used on one of my recent beats, it gave it a nice fat guitar sound, and I was like, man, why did I ain't come back to this? But I got a plugin that got better results than this one. It's similar to this one, but it's later on down the line. Now we about to get to 004. The next plugin. Let me turn it on. The 004 is like a Pan Man, if I'm saying it right. The Pan Man plugin, or it's like a for Fruity Loops, a Pan or Omatic, if I'm saying it right, on steroids. This give you, it's like a compression, a filter, and a pan, and all at the same time, and it gets you a good analog sound in what you call it. But be careful, because it manipulates your sound, like your frequencies from high to low, from low to high. It's the EQ if you see. So be careful with this. Really learn how to use this. Let me get to the presets. And you got your some good presets by you Dave Posado, Ted Parker, all the greats who put their presets in it, and it will really get you a good start. And I mostly use this plugin basically if the sound I want it to get separated and make its own space, this will be very good to it as well. Then also it'll spread your instrument out it really good because it got right here to your left. It got like this stereo sounding right here that you could really like take that wave sound and take away one side so you can have another side to it, and you'll have room on the other side, if you know what I'm saying. So it's just like a mid-side compressor. EQ.